Noise weakens men. Distraction kills focus. The world is addicted to chaos, and the mind that reacts is already losing. But the man who masters silence is already ahead. A silent mind is not empty. It is loaded. It is precise. It is deadly. Today, you will learn why silence is the most dangerous weapon a human can wield, and how to cultivate it in your own life. The world is loud. Always loud. Voices shouting, alerts pinging, thoughts racing, emotions exploding. Distraction is everywhere. And a distracted mind is a weak mind. Most people never experience true silence. They run from it. They fill it with noise, scrolling, chatting, watching, reacting. Because silence exposes something they fear, themselves. Think about it. How often do you act without thinking? How often do you react before you pause? A noisy mind reacts. It never chooses. It burns energy chasing what doesn't matter, reacting to everything and controlling nothing. Every impulsive decision, every regret, every wasted moment comes from a mind that cannot be still. But there is power in silence. A silent mind is not empty. It is loaded. It is precise. It sees clearly. It waits. It chooses. It is deadly. Noise is a trap. It fragments attention. It steals focus. It weakens resolve. But silence exposes what truly matters. It cuts through distraction. It sharpens thought. It brings awareness to impulses that would otherwise control you. Imagine standing in the middle of a storm. The wind lashes at you. The noise threatens to overwhelm. And yet you are still. Calm. Observing. Not moved. Not afraid. That is the mind of a silent warrior. Silence is uncomfortable because it reflects the truth. Excuses crumble. Fears are revealed. And your true self, the self that can master action, discipline, and thought, stands before you, waiting to be acknowledged. This is why silence terrifies the untrained. It confronts them with what they've been avoiding. It strips away illusions. It lays bare the battlefield of the mind. But for those who dare to embrace it, silence is more than comfort. It is a weapon. A weapon forged in stillness, sharpened by discipline, and wielded with precision. Every great mind, every legendary warrior, every person who mastered their life understood this simple truth. The mind is the battlefield. Noise is the enemy. Silence is the ally. Your mind is your battlefield. Master it. Silence is uncomfortable. That is its first lesson. Because when all the noise disappears, there is nothing left to hide behind. No notifications, no distractions, no excuses. Just you and your thoughts. In that quiet, the illusions you've built crumble. Every fear you've buried surfaces. Every lie you've told yourself becomes clear. And for many, that truth is terrifying. But it is also liberating. Because the silent mind sees without distortion. It sees the patterns in your behavior, the impulses you follow blindly, the weaknesses you ignore. It sees the choices you make not from clarity, but from habit, from fear, from desire. Imagine sitting alone, truly alone, with nothing to distract you. The first minutes are uncomfortable. The first thoughts are restless. Your mind protests, pulls, and reaches for old distractions. This is where the work begins. To be silent is to confront yourself. It is to say, I will see everything I have hidden, and I will choose differently. Silence exposes the truth, but it also gives you power. Because awareness is the first step to mastery. When you know your weaknesses, you can correct them. When you see your impulses, you can control them. When you understand your fears, you can face them. Most people run from this kind of clarity. They fill their lives with noise, chatter, and busyness. They are afraid to look within because they know that in the quiet, they cannot lie to themselves. But the man who embraces silence does not fear truth. He welcomes it. He studies it. He learns from it. And in doing so, he transforms it into strength. True strength comes not from shouting over the world, but from mastering yourself. From sitting in quiet, observing every thought, every emotion, every impulse, without judgment. From understanding the battlefield within and preparing to act with precision when the moment demands it. Silence is not weakness. It is the sharpening of the mind. The honing of focus. The preparation of a weapon that cannot be stopped, because it acts with clarity, not chaos. And the deeper you go into silence, the more the truth reveals itself. Your distractions fall away. Your fears dissolve. Your mind becomes a calm, unshakable force. This is the power of a silent mind. It does not react. It does not panic. It observes, learns, and waits for the perfect moment. And in that stillness lies a strength far greater than any noise or chaos the world can throw at you. This chapter builds on Chapter 1, diving deeper into the mental and emotional benefits of silence, while keeping a reflective, narrative tone for long-form engagement. A quiet mind is a weapon more powerful than any sword, any army, any strategy. Not because it strikes first, but because it strikes with precision. Not because it reacts, but because it calculates. Not because it moves quickly, but because it waits for the perfect moment. Most people think power comes from noise, from action, from reaction. But reaction without thought is chaos. It is wasted energy, squandered opportunity, and often regret. The silent mind, however, does not chase. It observes. It studies. It waits. Every thought becomes sharpened. Every impulse measured. Every emotion examined. Anger is recognized before it erupts. Fear is understood before it paralyzes. Desire is observed before it controls. A quiet mind does not act out of weakness. It acts with awareness. It acts with intention. It acts with the certainty of someone who has already mastered the battlefield inside. Consider the strategist in history, the general, the philosopher, the leader. They understood the power of observation. They did not rush. They did not overreact. They prepared, they calculated, and they struck only when victory was certain. Your mind can be the same. Every thought is a tool. Every moment of awareness is a sharpened edge. Every pause, every breath, every moment of clarity adds to your power. A noisy mind is scattered. A distracted mind is weak. But a silent mind is precise. It is focused. It is unstoppable. And just like any weapon, it requires practice. Silence is not passive. It is training. It is discipline. It is preparation for the moments when your strength will be tested. The mind that reacts is defeated. The mind that waits, observes, and chooses, wins. When you master silence, your mind becomes a weapon no one can anticipate, no one can manipulate, and no one can control. And the greatest victories are not fought outside. They are won inside. In the stillness. In the quiet. In the unwavering mastery of yourself. Patience is one of the quiet mind's greatest strengths. It is not simply waiting. It is the ability to observe, to understand, to choose the perfect moment to act. Most people mistake impatience for ambition. They rush. They react. They push forward without understanding the consequences. But haste is the enemy of mastery. Haste is the tool of the distracted, the noisy, the untrained. A silent mind, however, moves differently. It knows that power is not in speed, but in timing. It knows that every decision has weight, and every action has consequences. It understands that true dominance is earned in moments of stillness, not chaos. Patience allows clarity to emerge. It allows strategy to take shape. It allows the mind to see opportunities that others miss in their frenzy. While the world reacts impulsively, the patient mind calculates. While others waste energy chasing illusions, the patient mind preserves strength. Consider a river carving through rock. It does not rush. It does not strike. It moves slowly, persistently, intentionally, shaping the landscape over time. So too does patience shape the mind. The quiet mind works gradually, refining thoughts, observing impulses, mastering emotions, until strength becomes inevitable. Patience is also a form of discipline. It trains you to delay gratification, to resist temptation, to hold back until action is precise and deliberate. It teaches endurance. It teaches control. It teaches power. Those who cannot wait are always at the mercy of circumstance. Those who can wait are unstoppable. Every master of life, history, and warfare understood this truth. Victory favors the patient. Strength favors the disciplined. Power favors those who can sit in silence, observing, calculating, waiting for the exact right moment to act. And when that moment comes, the quiet mind does not hesitate. It acts with certainty. It acts with precision. It acts with the accumulated power of patience. Patience is not passive. It is preparation. It is fortification. It is silent strength waiting to be unleashed. True strength is not measured by force or aggression. It is measured by control, awareness, and mastery over oneself. The silent mind is the mind of the inner warrior. It does not shout. It does not seek attention. It moves deliberately, invisibly, and with unstoppable precision. Every great warrior, philosopher, or leader understood one truth. Before you can conquer the world, you must first conquer yourself. Before you can fight external battles, you must master the internal ones. The battlefield inside the mind is where wars are truly won or lost. The inner warrior trains in silence. He observes his impulses, labels his emotions, and studies his thoughts. Anger becomes awareness. Fear becomes strategy. Desire becomes discipline. This warrior is patient. He waits. He watches. He does not act until action is necessary, and when he does, it is deliberate, decisive, and unstoppable. History is full of examples. Monks who spent decades in meditation, honing focus and awareness. Strategists who planned battles for years, anticipating every move before striking. Leaders who listened more than they spoke, understanding the world with a clarity others could not see. All of them relied on one weapon above all others, the mastery of their own mind. But the inner warrior is not only about control. He is about observation. He notices everything, the small habits, the fleeting impulses, the moments when weakness or distraction could strike. He trains the mind to recognize these moments and act only when strength is required. The inner warrior is not reckless. He is not reactive. He is precise. He is strategic. He is unstoppable because he acts from awareness, not chaos. And this is the essence of power in the modern world. When distractions are endless and the noise of life is constant, the person who can remain silent, patient, and aware possesses an advantage no one else can touch. The inner warrior is forged in solitude, in quiet hours of reflection, in moments of discomfort where the world tempts you to react and you remain still, in the deliberate sharpening of mind and spirit. Your mind is your greatest weapon, and the inner warrior is its master. The warrior who sits in silence does not fear chaos, because he understands it, observes it, and acts only when the moment is certain. Every decision he makes is deliberate. Every action is calculated. Every thought is refined. And the world cannot anticipate him, because he moves unseen, unstoppable, and always prepared. The inner warrior exists in each of us. But few dare to cultivate him. Few are willing to face the silence, confront the truth, and forge their mind into a weapon. Those who do are not just strong. They are unstoppable. Emotions are powerful. They can drive us to greatness, or destroy us in an instant. Anger, fear, desire, pride, they surge through the mind, demanding attention, provoking reactions, clouding judgment. A noisy mind is enslaved by these forces. It reacts before it thinks. It acts before it observes. It gives power to chaos. But the silent mind, your mind, when trained, does not bow to emotion. It recognizes it. It observes it. It does not act in anger, nor does it flee in fear. It sees desire for what it truly is, a signal, not a command. It turns pride into reflection, weakness into insight. Emotional discipline is the mark of the inner warrior. It is the understanding that emotions are not enemies. They are tools. Tools that, when mastered, amplify clarity, focus, and strength. Think of a storm at sea. A captain who panics is lost. Waves overwhelm him. Winds toss him about. A disciplined captain observes the storm, feels it, reads it, then steers with precision. He does not fight the storm with emotion. He guides his vessel with awareness. Your mind works the same way. When anger rises, the silent mind pauses. When fear threatens, the silent mind breathes. When desire tugs, the silent mind waits. Emotional discipline does not happen overnight. It is forged through awareness, reflection, and repeated practice. It grows in moments when you refuse to react, when you resist temptation, when you choose thought over impulse. Consider the power you hold when your mind cannot be provoked. When no insult, no fear, no desire can manipulate your focus or disrupt your strategy. You become untouchable. You become unstoppable. You act not as a slave to emotion, but as a master of it. And this mastery does more than protect you. It transforms you. Your decisions become precise. Your actions become deliberate. Your presence becomes commanding. Every great leader, warrior, and high performer understood this. The battle is always first internal. The loud, reactive mind loses. The silent, disciplined mind wins. This is why emotional discipline is not optional, it is essential. It is the bridge between awareness and action, between thought and victory, between chaos and mastery. The silent mind does not suppress emotion. It harnesses it. It channels it. It converts energy into strength. And in the modern world, where distractions, provocations, and temptations are endless, emotional discipline is the ultimate edge. It is the difference between reaction and control, between failure and triumph, between a life lived in chaos and a life lived in mastery. The world is never still. It moves fast, loud, and unrelenting. Chaos surrounds us. Every notification, every demand, every distraction clamors for attention. Most people drown in it, reacting, panicking, losing sight of what truly matters. But the silent mind thrives in chaos. It does not flinch. It does not scatter. It observes. It analyzes. It sees clearly when others cannot. Clarity is born in stillness, even when the world is in motion. It is the ability to remain unmoved by the noise around you, to see the patterns, the opportunities, the truths hidden in plain sight. While others are pulled by impulse, the silent mind identifies what matters, what does not, and what must be acted upon. Imagine standing in the middle of a storm, lightning flashing, winds tearing, the world threatening to overwhelm you. Most would panic, react, lose themselves. The silent mind, however, stands firm. It feels the chaos but is not consumed by it. It knows where to step, when to move, and how to act. Clarity in chaos is a skill. It is the result of observation, patience, and discipline. It is cultivated over time, in moments of stillness, in reflection, in meditation, in deliberate practice. The modern world tests this skill constantly. Every day presents new distractions, provocations, and demands. But the mind that has learned silence can filter out the noise. It can focus on what matters. It can act with precision and purpose, while the distracted, reactive mind falters. Clarity also brings confidence. Because when you understand the battlefield, both inside and outside, you act with certainty. You know the difference between opportunity and illusion. You act decisively, with calm, deliberate strength. Those who cannot maintain clarity are controlled by the world. They are pulled by fear, by desire, by distraction, by every noise that surrounds them. But those who master clarity, they control the world around them, simply by controlling the world within. Clarity in chaos is not magic. It is discipline. It is awareness. It is the natural outcome of cultivating a silent mind. And once you have it, you see life differently. Every decision becomes sharper. Every action becomes more precise. Every interaction is guided by understanding rather than impulse. In a world designed to scatter attention and cloud thought, clarity becomes your greatest weapon. It is the difference between being pulled along by life and commanding life itself. It is the mark of a mind that is quiet, disciplined, and unstoppable. Silence is not merely the absence of noise. It is a tool, a weapon, a strategy. It allows the mind to observe, to plan, and to prepare before taking action. The world moves fast, but the silent mind moves intentionally. It does not rush. It does not react blindly. It waits, studies, calculates, and strikes only when the moment is perfect. The greatest victories in history were won not by those who shouted the loudest, but by those who planned in quiet. The general in the tent, studying maps, anticipating every move. The strategist who spent years observing, learning, waiting for the precise moment to act. The warrior who trained in silence, mastering both mind and body before facing battle. The silent mind approaches life the same way. Every thought, every action, every decision becomes part of a deliberate strategy. It does not waste energy on what is irrelevant. It focuses on what matters most. Strategy requires patience. It requires observation. It requires understanding the consequences of every choice before it is made. And this is impossible without silence. Without silence, the mind is cluttered, scattered, reactive. With silence, the mind becomes a battlefield of preparation. Every emotion is a signal, every impulse a clue. The silent mind sees opportunities others miss. It recognizes dangers others ignore. It acts with precision when the world expects chaos. Think of a master chess player. Every piece, every move, every possibility is calculated before action. The opponent sees only the surface, reacting impulsively. The player with foresight, patience, and clarity controls the outcome. This is how the silent mind operates in life. Silence allows you to plan your moves before anyone else even understands the game. It teaches restraint, teaches timing, teaches focus. And in a world full of noise and reaction, strategy becomes your greatest advantage. The silent mind is not passive. It is the calm before the storm. It is preparation without haste. It is power held in reserve, ready to be unleashed with perfect timing. Every person who has mastered their life has understood this principle. Move too quickly, and you are exposed. React to every impulse, and you are controlled. But wait. Observe. Prepare. And act decisively. That is the strategy of the silent mind. That is the weapon of the inner warrior. And once you embrace it, you will find life unfolding differently. Opportunities appear where others see obstacles. Decisions become easier. Focus becomes unbreakable. And the world, in all its chaos, is no longer overwhelming, it is manageable. Silence is not a retreat. It is preparation. It is calculation. It is power. And the mind that masters it is unstoppable. The battlefield today is different, but the rules remain the same. Noise, distraction, and manipulation are everywhere. Social media, endless notifications, constant opinions, and urgent demands, all designed to fragment your focus, to scatter your energy, to control your mind. Most people live their lives on autopilot, reacting to every ping, every alert, every provocation. But the silent mind operates differently. It sees the battlefield clearly. It identifies distractions for what they are. It recognizes manipulation, understands chaos, and refuses to be controlled by it. Every notification is not a call to action. Every opinion is not truth. Every moment of urgency is not a priority. The silent mind chooses what deserves attention, and it ignores the rest. The modern battlefield is relentless. It attacks your patience, your focus, your clarity, and your emotional stability. It whispers fear, desire, and doubt into your thoughts. It thrives on reaction. But when your mind is silent, it becomes untouchable. You are no longer pulled by every external force. You observe. You process. You act only when necessary. You conserve energy. You preserve clarity. And you maintain control when others have lost it. Think about how many people argue online, react impulsively to news, or chase fleeting satisfaction. They are all soldiers on the modern battlefield, but they are unarmed. Their minds are scattered, reactive, and weak. The silent mind is different. It is a master strategist. It knows when to speak, when to act, and when to remain still. It does not waste energy on useless battles. It chooses the fights that matter, and wins them every time. Every modern challenge becomes an opportunity when your mind is trained in silence. Chaos does not intimidate you. Provocation does not control you. Distraction becomes irrelevant. You move through the world with purpose, precision, and unshakable focus. The battlefield may have changed, but the principles remain timeless. Master your mind. Master your focus. Master your reactions. Those who cannot will be consumed. Those who can, will thrive. In a world designed to fragment attention, silence is your shield. Clarity is your weapon. And emotional discipline is your armor. The modern battlefield favors the prepared, the patient, and the silent. Your mind, trained in stillness, is your greatest advantage. It is the weapon no one else can see, and the power no one else can challenge. Silence is a choice. A deliberate decision to step away from the chaos, to stop reacting, and to begin observing. It is not easy. It is uncomfortable. It requires courage, the courage to face yourself, to confront your fears, and to accept your truth. But it is the only path to mastery. The mind that is trained in silence becomes precise, powerful, and unstoppable. It acts with intention, moves with purpose, and sees with clarity. It is a weapon forged in stillness, sharpened by patience, and strengthened by emotional discipline. The path forward is simple, but not effortless. It begins with small choices. A pause before reacting. A moment of reflection before speaking. A quiet space to observe your thoughts, without judgment, without distraction. With each choice, your mind grows stronger. With each moment of silence, your clarity deepens. With each deliberate action, your power increases. This path is not a quick fix. It is a journey, a lifelong practice. A commitment to yourself, to your focus, and to your inner strength. The silent mind is not passive. It does not withdraw from life. It engages it fully, intentionally, and with purpose. It does not fear chaos. It understands it, navigates it, and turns it into opportunity. It does not act recklessly. It acts decisively, when the moment is right. And the world will test you. It will scream, demand, provoke, and distract. But the mind that has mastered silence stands unshaken. It is calm in the storm. It is clear in confusion. It is unstoppable in action. Your mind is your deadliest weapon. Every habit, every thought, every choice shapes it. Cultivate it. Protect it. Sharpen it. Step forward on this path with courage. Face the silence. Master your mind. And you will discover a power that is quiet, unwavering, and unstoppable. The path is yours. The choice is yours. The weapon is in your hands. Your journey begins here. The silence you cultivate today becomes the power you wield tomorrow. Every pause, every breath, every moment of awareness is a step toward mastery. The mind that can sit still, observe clearly, and act deliberately is unstoppable. Do not chase distraction. Do not react to every impulse. Choose focus. Choose patience. Choose clarity. And now, take the next step. Commit to your own mastery. Protect your mind from chaos. Sharpen it through reflection, discipline, and deliberate practice. If this message resonates, share it with those ready to rise above the noise. Subscribe to join a community of warriors mastering themselves and their inner battles. Like, comment, and reflect on the silence you will embrace today. Your mind is your weapon. Train it. Master it. Protect it. And remember, true power always begins within. The battlefield is real, but so is your strength. Step into it. Own it. And let your silent mind become your greatest weapon.